So Jim, we're ready for you. Let's see if you can actually connect. I think you can. Hello.
Привет, привет. Я очень рад видеть вас.
Oh my God.
I'm looking at the chats and I can understand the English chat, so it's good.
Okay, thank you for, greeting us in Russian. That was nice.
Hey,
Excellent.
I'm always happy to see you, Tanya. I am so happy today. Just because you and I have been friends for so long, so every time we get to meet, I'm like, yes, this is awesome. So you made my day.
Wow, thank you so much. You definitely made my day too. Okay, Jim, excellent. So I introduced you a little bit, right? And yeah, so we're talking today about discipline and overcoming setbacks and, failures, and how do you actually develop, the discipline and go to your goals, right? So why would you say you are qualified to talk about this subject? Would you say a story? Would you tell a story or something?
I have a couple stories, but I want to set the tone because where I was trained in my early 20s was on a submarine, chasing Russians all over the world on a submarine, chasing Russian submarine. All right, so now I need you all to imagine that you are in a movie theater with 120 other people, and you're inside a movie theater, no windows. You are watching Hunt for Red October over and over and over for 30 days nonstop.
Okay, I would need some explanation on that. Like, watch what? Which movie is that?
The movie Hunt for Red October was American and Russian submarines
Okay, okay.
together. It was a famous movie in
Yeah.
1989.
Okay, let me just look up what's the official translation. Just a second. What's the name again? Hunt what?
Hunt for Red October.
From Red October.
For Red October.
Right, right. Okay,
Sean Connery was the Russian captain.
Yeah, I think I saw this movie. Just I'm not sure. Just give me a second.
You can't take a shower for 30 days. You can use the toilet and you're going to get really crappy food every day. And you have to watch the same movie over and over again, all day, 24 hours. This is not a good environment. I was underwater on a submarine for 90 days at a time, 3 months. It was dangerous. It was not exciting. It was boring. It was not a great environment for mental attitude. So I found in our library, there was motivational books. And I would read the motivational books. And, I was only 16 officers. So I was the youngest officer. And I was in my room reading these books. And the other officers would say, why are you reading those books? You're the happiest guy in the submarine. And I would go, duh, I'm the happiest guy because I'm reading motivational books because we're in a crappy environment. You can't quit. You can't leave. You can't go anywhere. You're stuck in a tube for 3 months. So who has a job in a company and the environment is kind of negative? But you get to go home every night. You have a choice. If you're in a bad environment or something bad happens to you, you have a choice. You go and you get around people who are positive, and you find books and videos that are positive with information that you can learn to make you feel like there's hope for the future. Okay, so now here's an example of a setback in life. I decided when I was 38 years old that I was going to be a millionaire and I was going to have my own business. Imagine you sit down and go, that's it. I'm deciding I'm going to change my life for the better. What happened the next day? I got fired from my job. I had way too many debts, so many loans. I wanted to become a business owner, but I didn't want to have to do it the next day. I needed to get paid so I could pay the bills. I have a great idea, and then I get fired. I like, God, oh boja. So I find another job. I get hired. It was a crappy job. I hated it. 4 weeks later, I get fired again. Oh boja. What's happening? Now, some people would say, well, maybe I shouldn't have that idea of having my own business because I can't even keep a job. So, but I knew I had read a lot of motivational books. I said, okay, don't don't think bad things about myself. Don't do that. When you have a setback, don't go, oh, I'm terrible, or I'm wrong, or I'm stupid. No, don't do that. So when you have a setback, when something bad happens to you, you need to go to a quiet place by yourself and breathe and reset. So I got fired twice, and I went and I sat down, and my wife, I said, honey, I know you just got pregnant. So now we're in big debt, and now my wife is pregnant. So I have a baby coming. The pressure was enormous. And so I sat there and I went, okay, good. I'm going to get another job, because I know that to build a business is going to take time. So when I made the decision to have my own company and make $1 million, I gave myself 2 years. I said, I think it's going to take me 2 years. I didn't know that I was going to lose 2 jobs in the first 4 weeks, but I gave myself 2 years. So my dream was still powerful. So I got another job, and I was a sales manager in a telemarketing call center. I had never done phone sales, never in my life, but I know people. So I knew that I could manage the call center. So I came in, and my statistics went just like this. My sales went out the roof. And in 6 months, I was making more money than I'd ever made. I was making about $6,000 a week, not $1 million, but I was making the best money I ever made as an employee.
Each, it is 6 months, you said, right?
After about 6 months, yeah, I was making $6,000 a week. And just when I thought my life was getting to be perfect, the owners of that company had a big fight and they separated. So I went to one of the owners and I said, listen, if you put up the money, I will build you a company that will make you millions of dollars. And he said, okay. So he knew me. So he saw that I was successful, but I had to start over now to start a brand new company from nothing, zero. Okay, so if you're going to start a new business for yourself, you need to pick something that you're really good at and that you like to do.
Could you repeat that? Because I was just looking at the question and my,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
If you want to start a business for yourself, you need to do something that you're very good at and that you like to do, because you're going to do it many hours a week. So understand, when the owners split up, for me, it was a big setback. I was going, I'm making all this money, and now there's a war. I'm not going to make the money. I convinced the other owner to put up a lot of money, like $250,000 investment. And I was good at energy sales. So I had to find, a big company to pay us money to do their sales. So I start the company. I don't have any employees. It's me. I'm phoning, I'm faxing, I'm emailing hundreds of these big companies, and no answer, until finally one company said, okay, we'll hire you. I'm going to be a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire. Okay. I got a contract. I signed the contract. I hired 10 people with my partner's money. So I hired 10 people, and we start calling, and we start making sales. In the first week, in the second week, we make more sales. At the beginning of the third week, I'm supposed to get my first payment from the big company. I didn't get money. I got an email saying, we changed our mind. We're going to cancel the contract, and we're not sending you any money. No money. Oh, Boja, are you kidding me? And I told my partner, and he goes, well, what are you going to do? I said, I'm going to find another client. He goes, okay. So now I just spent $25,000 paying people. I had to pay the people. So I had to let all the employees go, and I get on the phone and the email, and I find another company that says, after 3 days, yes, we'll do it. I'm like, okay. So I signed the contract. I hired the people that come back. I got another contract. I get the 10 people back in the room, and we're dialing, and we're making deals, and we're making deals. We're like, yes, this is going to be great. 2 weeks later, I'm expecting the first money to come. I get an email. It says, we're sorry, we canceled the contract and we're not going to pay you any money. I call my partner.
Я звоню партнеру.
We're not getting paid. Another $25,000 wasted. I'm a little worried. It's a big setback. So now 2 months have gone by. I've lost a lot of money and I don't have a client. But I said, nope, I'm going to be a millionaire. I don't care. I'm going to get another company. So I fire the guys. I get on the phone. I email. I'm working every day for 3 weeks. And finally, another company says, we're going to hire you. And the reason I didn't give up is because I had just worked for 6 months for another company doing the same thing. And I was really good at it. And the companies paid the money every week. So in the 3 months, I got the third contract signed. I bring back the 10 people because now they're going, because I paid them. See, they got paid every time. They didn't lose any money. They always got paid. I gave, payroll got paid. I didn't make any money. They made money. So when I said, come back, I got another one. They all came back. Okay, is this going to be good? I go, it's going to be great. And we get on the phones and we start selling.
Начинаем продавать.
Better than before. More sales, more sales, more sales. And everybody's like going, oh my God. And I'm paying them commission too for every sale they make. 2 weeks go by. Everybody's happy except me. I'm going, please pay me the money on Monday. I look at my wife. She's in charge of money. She goes, the money came in our bank. You got the money. You got the money. And we're going, we did a dance. So I hired more people and we made more sales. And my sales went like this on a graph. With 3 more months of sales, I was able to pay my partner all the investment back. He got paid everything back. And then we started making $20,000 a week each. We did every week for the next year, and $20,000 a week times 50 weeks is $1 million. So what we sell is in the US, we have states that are deregulated, so you can have a different energy supplier for electricity and natural gas. And we call businesses and we make contracts to receive the natural gas and electricity that we buy for them. So it doesn't really matter what you sell. All that matters is that you sell something that many, many people want. So for example, a friend of mine was a singer, and she sang a very interesting style of singing, so that when she'd have a concert, 12 people would come. So I went to listen to her play, and I was like, I didn't like what she sang, how she sang, and what she was singing was something she was really passionate about, but it wasn't something I wanted to hear. Neither the other 12 people, only 2 people liked what she sang. So she asked me after the show, she goes, I really want to make a living. I want to make a business out of singing. How can I get more people to come watch me? I said to her, I didn't say anything mean. I didn't say that I didn't like her music. I just said, why don't you survey a lot of people, like 100 people, and find out what kind of music they want to hear, and then you sing that music. And she said, no, I want to sing what I want to sing, and I want people to like it. That's not how the world works. That was 15 years ago, and guess what? She still only gets 10 people to come see her play. She doesn't make any money being a singer. You have to find things that many, many people want that you're good at making.
Excellent.
So that's how you handle setbacks. You just don't quit, but you got to do something you know can work.
Exactly.
So it can work.
Yeah, so it was an amazing story, by the way, and really, really great on your resilience for sure. Let's do, like, what lesson should we learn from that? So first of all, no quit, like don't quit, right?
Right. I think number one, though, you have to be doing something that you know could be successful because other people have made it successful, or you did a survey and you asked lots of people, do you like to have something like this that makes your life easier? And 60% of the people say, yes, I've been looking for that. You're going to make money.
Exactly. Or if it's a skill or something else, it means other people already achieved what the person really wants to do, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Let's see. Let me look at my questions.
Well, just you wanted like the lessons learned from that little thing. I would say that the other key lesson is that you have to like doing the actions Like you have to naturally want to do the actions to do whatever. If you bake bread, for example, and you make the best bread, but you love to make bread, and then you tell everybody, and people buy your bread, that'll be a successful business. But if you hate to make bread or you hate to cook, don't expect to have the discipline to keep moving forward doing something you hate. That's not going to work.
Okay, awesome, Jim. That was an amazing comment. And I think that brings us, do you have another 10 minutes? Like I wanted to ask you a couple of questions.
I have as much time as you want.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Oh my God. Okay, Jim, I'll be quick. So, because I promised the discipline today. So let's talk a little bit about discipline, right? How do you define discipline?
Discipline is when you do something you know will improve your life, even though it's uncomfortable to do it, like a cold plunge, for example.
How is discipline connected to habit? Because obviously, like the more you do it, the easier it becomes. Would you agree?
Yes. So if you want to build a habit, like now, I do at least 2 cold plunges every week, and it's been over a year. So it's been a year of it. It took me about, I don't know, 3 weeks, because even now, the thought of going into the freezing water is hard to confront. It's like, oh, I know it's going to be painful. I know the first minute is going to be hell. So, and I've done hundreds of cold plunges now, but I get in because I've learned from my habit that if I can make it to the 1.5 minute point in the cold tub, the pain stops. I will start to feel good. I now do 9-minute plunges. I stay in the freezing water all the way up to here for 9 minutes, and I feel wonderful. But every time, that 1.5 minutes, I'm breathing. It's like, I can't believe I'm doing this to myself.
Olga's saying, yeah, she's also doing cold plunges, and it's not as scary as it seems.
The first one's scary.
Yeah,
I even got my wife to do it. Even my wife does. She'll do 9 minutes.
Okay, Gulia is saying, amazing. I love your tips about opening a business. Yeah, there is some agreement above. Okay, excellent. Okay, cool, Jim. So,
can I give you one more habit they should develop?
Absolutely. Yeah. For discipline, is it connected?
For discipline, yes.
Yes. Awesome.
If you don't like to get out of bed in the morning, I will tell you the most powerful thing as a leader, as a sales manager or an executive or an owner, is you be at that office before everybody else. So I train myself to get up early, even when you're like, oh, okay, just get my body out of the bed. That's the discipline part. You got to get out of the warm bed and then jump in the shower, get dressed, and you start feeling more alive, and you get to the office and there's nobody there. And you prepare for a day that you know is going to be successful, no matter what happens. I mean, this has been a bad week for me. Our guy, the sales have been really down, but I come in and I talk to my salesman. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. But they see me for 27 years as the first guy who comes in, and the lights are already on when they come here. And I'm like, hey guys, good morning, good morning, good morning. And I'm like, that discipline to start the habit. And even now, you know, I'm 64 years old. So some mornings I'm like, oh, I'd rather just stay next to my wife. And I go, my team needs me. And that gets me the discipline to pull out of bed and go and be here. And it's been very, very powerful and successful for me to be the first one at work.
Okay, awesome. Irina is saying, I love how Jim is very emotional, nice stories. Olga is saying, great tradition to, like great habit to wake up in the morning, early in the morning. What time do you wake up, by the way?
6 normally, sometimes 5:30, sometimes 6, around 6.
Excellent. Yeah, Raisa is saying she's really admiring your goal. That was amazing that you put a target. That's how early people are waking up. Oh, awesome, guys.
Good.
Excellent. Yeah, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 9, 6, 7. Okay, 5. Svetlana is very early. Okay, awesome, awesome. Okay, Jim, very good, very good. So yeah, it's been actually amazing, and we're talking today about discipline, and I think we really like. Okay, so you need to like what you're doing, okay, or start liking it. You
Or
don't
like exit,
have a
or
choice.
have a goal that's so powerful. It pulls, because like learning English or learning Russian, it's not easy. So you have to have a goal that pulls you through. That allows you to create the discipline, which creates a habit, which then you achieve your goal.
Okay, Jim, I think that's awesome. Like your last example, it's more like a formula. Like you have a goal, you start being disciplined towards your goal, and it will bring you a habit, and the habit will get you to your goal. So that's something really I really love. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna ask Jim last question, and I want you guys to actually write in the chat what you think about today's life. Svetlana is asking a question, which is gonna be the last question for you, Jim. What do you recommend if I feel emotionally burnout?
Oh, good question. So if you start to get emotionally burned out, you need to kind of take yourself and take a couple of days, and you need to go to a place that you love, whether it's a park, your house, it doesn't matter, but just be careful. Don't stay in bed. If you're emotionally drained, don't stay in bed. Sleeping is not going to help. Sleeping, no help. Looking helps. Go to a park, go to a museum, go to some place that you like to be at where there's some people, and you just need to find a quiet spot to sit down, get your phone or a pad of paper, something you can write some thoughts down. And you have to take a couple of days to breathe. Like, when I say breathe, not just breathe, I mean like spiritually breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And if you take this time for yourself, you can kind of like get over whatever the burnout is, and you have to look now. Am I doing what I really want to do? Key question.
Okay.
So when you take the time, you have to be out of the area that's causing you to be burnt out. You have to be away from that area. You have to go somewhere. Just take time off and just I need 2 days. Okay, so everybody has moments where you're just like, oh, it's too much for me. It's too much. You
Well,
have to get out of the stress area, and you have to be able to look at things and think clearly. And when you recover yourself, you go, okay, good. It's not that I'm still alive. I'm not dead, even though I felt like I was dead. You go, okay, so what do I really need to do now? What do I want to do? How do I handle the problem? Should I go a different direction? All this time you need quiet space where you can see things, and you'll start to get ideas.
okay,
So
Svetlana, thank you. Yeah.
yeah, no, thank you. So my successful action for the last 30 years in working and getting stressed out at work, Saturday and Sunday morning, I play golf. I'm not that good, but I'm very enthusiastic at it. But I'm out in the woods. It's my favorite place. I hit the ball as far as I can hit it. I don't even care where it goes. And I'm with friends, and I'm just out there breathing, spiritually breathing in the beauty and the peace. And at the end of it doesn't matter if I win the game or don't win. I don't care about the game of the golf. It gives me this quiet nature that allows me to rebuild myself every weekend. And I've been doing this every weekend for over 30 years. It's my success action.
All right. So, Jim, we want to wish you an amazing day, and we want to thank you. We appreciate your time, your wisdom, and actually, your input on your successful actions, because I think today's life has been very, like it's been full of tips and hints and like something actionable steps we can do.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. It's my pleasure. And my purpose in life is to help other people smile more. That's my basic purpose in life, is to help people be happier.
So if we smile today, that's definitely on your target, on your purpose.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you so much,
thank you
Tanya.
so much. Have a nice day, Jim. Bye-bye.
Guys, take care. Bye-bye.